You even look at those clips of Obama and Mitt Romney debating, and you're like, man, that was like 12 years ago, and it was so civil.
Not just civil, like super friendly. They weren't shitting on each other at all. They're cordial. They were just trying to debate the merits of their approach to the world.
McCain was the same way. When you watch,
wasn't that long ago.
I mean, I remember that clip where that woman was like, "He's a Muslim," and McCain's like, "No, he's he's like trying to like, like that's dead. That moment's over."
It doesn't have to be.
I think it'll come back at some point. I think there's a level, there's a limit to this shit, and it's going to have to swing back to civility at some point.
Yeah, I think so too. I hope so. I hope people realize the damage it's doing to us, and that it's not helping anybody. But the problem is social media. The problem is it's like social media and people's ability to constantly berate other people and constantly engage in these squabbles online and try to get people and post bad
sound
things.
Bites.
Yeah,
dunking on someone's killing. I remember when I forgot her name, but you'll know who she is. There was a Hewlett-Packard woman who was running for president. You know who I'm talking about, right? She was running it was 2016 for the Republican primary, and at the debate, like she basically said that Trump called her ugly. And it was like this big, like, we need a president who doesn't, like, speak like this. No.
Kara Carlton?
Carly Fiorina, that's who it was. And I thought there was, like, this big moment where I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't talk to women like that. That's pretty fucked up. And then Trump immediately, like, got everyone back. I was like, once he destroyed Jeb Bush, it was like, yeah, the sound bites are working. So why are you going to stop doing this? Like,
well, that's also his entire career was you're fired.
Yeah.
His entire show business career was you're fired. Like, he was like the hard, get out of here, you're a loser.
Yeah.
You're fat, you're ugly, you're a crook.
It's very New York. It's like kind of like a trashy New York guy where you're like, you fucking nobody. Like that's how,
Well, it's politics is basically show business. And he was a professional showbiz guy.
Yeah.
So he was way better at show business. Because politics is basically a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first guy that was an actual popular person that entered into the popularity contest and actually knew how to manipulate the media. And by saying ridiculous shit all the time, whether or not it was on purpose or not, that's what got all these news organizations to start following him, and that just made him more popular. They thought they were exposing him. Like, look what he said about the Mexicans. But nobody cared. They're like, this guy's wild. This is so much better than what we're used to.
It's the problem is other people were just not used to TV, right? So they're just sticking to a script. And when he goes off script, he was more comfortable. Yeah. And he saw how it was like a fucking boxing match. They were just like, what the fuck's he doing?
Also, he's like a comic. Like when, who was it that asked him the question? Who was it? Megyn Kelly? Was it Megyn Kelly that asked him the question? Yeah, it was. At the debates, you said horrible things about women. You've called them fat. You called them pigs. It was only Rosie O'Donnell.
It's a punchline. And got a big pop.
It crushes.
Yeah.
It crushes. And you see her just like, oh my God. Like, what did I set him up? I lobbed one his way and he just knocked it into the parking lot.
Fastball over the fucking, over the plate. He just crushed it.
Hey, that's his thing is so different. Yeah,
Call women you don't like fat pigs, dogs.
she thought she had him here.
And disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
He's smiling. He was proud of that one.
They're all clapping and cheering.
Your Twitter account.
Come on, you got to hold.
Well, what do you expect her to do here?
Thank you.
For the record,
hold the laugh.
It was well beyond Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, I'm sure it was.
Your Twitter account is several disparaging.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Yes, I'm sure it was. It's amazing. Well, the guy's a character in a movie.
Yeah.
You know,
it
and
doesn't
I said
seem
yesterday,
real.
I hope it's not a Stephen King movie. But, you know, remember the Stephen King movie about the guy, like he shakes hands with the guy that's going to be president? Yeah.
Yeah, Martin Sheen, wasn't that?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Chris Walken?
Yes, great movie.
Yeah, that ending, that fucking oof.
Yeah.
Stephen King's made some good fucking shit.
Oh, my God. Get him back on Coke. Get him back on Coke. Give him Budweiser.
And a wide range of shit. It's like, you're telling me this guy did that, Shawshank, and Misery?
Yeah, Stand By Me.
Stand By Me is great.
I just watched it the other day with my family. It was amazing.
That last line fucked me. It always fucks me up when he's like, none of us had friends like when we were 12. I'm like, fuck you, Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, this is the thing. He holds his hand and he realizes.
Yeah, they did a great SNL parody of this. Yeah, this guy's going to be Hitler.
He's going to be the one who kills us all.
Yeah.
Pressing the button.
Yeah, that's a good movie, man. That was
Yeah.
scary as fuck.
Well, that's what they're always trying to scare us about with Trump, that he's going to do that and start World War III and kill us all. But the problem is, this administration looks like they're on the verge of starting us into World War III. And when Trump was in office, that didn't happen. And here's the thing that they need to address. Everybody keeps saying he's going to be a dictator. He's going to do that. That would be more sellable if we didn't have 4 years of him actually being the president and doing none of those things.
Right. I mean, the thing is, hindsight's everything, right? Like you look back, like people said the same thing about like everyone hated Eisenhower, but then you look back and you're like, these weren't bad times, you know?
Yeah.
So with Trump, look, we all want to avoid World War III. That's, I think,
Yeah.
I would hope.
At all costs.
Part of me is like, maybe Trump is such a fucking narcissist that he doesn't want the world to end.
Yeah, because he wants to do well while he's in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe. I don't
For
know.
whatever motivation, whatever fuck it takes you to keep us from killing each other.
He does terrify me. I don't fucking feel like safe with him as a president.
Do you feel safe with Biden as a
No,
president, though?
of course not. The
I don't-
country's in shambles. Things are fucking bad.